Alright, what's up everybody? I'm back. It's been a little while. I went on vacation and I had a very nice, refreshing time. And I've come back to a amplified disaster of kind of what I had started recording not too long ago. And it was a video about all this recent censorship. And it was originally like the first two tabs that I have open here, and it has just exploded massively into other things. And honestly, it's evolving so quickly that I feel like with the amount of censorship we've experienced just in this past month or two, we could see like full internet manipulation in only a year or two. By like 2028, full internet government manipulation. And I just wanted to kind of document or talk about or report on what's gone on. And I'm sure a lot of you are up to speed with probably the first three tabs here, but I also just wanted to give some of my opinions on the full scope of the situation. So we're going to start with collective and also I'm going to rapid fire this because my original video was just these two tabs, and these two tabs ended up taking 46 minutes. So I'm going to rapid fire them really quickly. Collective Shout here has been censoring games on Steam by basically email bombarding the payment processors, like total Karen behavior, and this has made the payment processors feel pressured to essentially tell Steam, well, we're going to pull out support if you don't get rid of this list of games that these Karens are emailing us about and saying they don't like them. And they already don't have it on their site anymore, but they did. Well, they don't have it on the front page at least. And they got rid of about 400 something games out of like 476, and they said, oh, we only got 76 games to go. And again, so I'm gonna bring it up. Like, the reason I think this is a problem is not because I like these games or because I don't want these games to be taken down. Like, it makes no difference in my life. It's, of course, and this is going to be the big recurring point, that this is just the slippery slope, the beginning of the slippery slope into the wider censorship, and it's already begun since I recorded that original version of the video that I'm not going to end up using. And essentially, this is opening us up to a wider world of like bad shit censorship. So they recently pulled the same thing they pulled at Steam on itch.io. That was actually a little bit of a while ago, and they pulled the same thing now on this other site. Forgot what it was called, but they are moving, they are mobilized, and their wins against Steam and itch are empowering them to continue with this same ravenous cycle. And at the time, we had no real way of retaliation, but I took vacation, unplugged, and I come back, plug back in, and I see, well, shit, there is an entire counter-protest, kind of counter-Karen maneuver by gamers in the gaming community to essentially email bombard these same companies, and we're doing very good. We are winning, and that's very nice to hear. We've been calling, emailing, I haven't personally, but like a lot of people have, to the point where the callers are annoyed by it and telling them to send emails. And I am going to put the thing up in this video for you to call. Do not email. Emails apparently get automatically sent to the trash bin, and I think we all know that. Companies don't listen to emails most of the time. And I guess Collective Shout was calling, so maybe calling and emailing. They have send a quick email. This is, I think this automatically writes an email, and you just click send. And essentially, yeah, so they're going after Playboy next, but who the fuck uses that? But again, they're still going for this mass censorship approach. And now we've begun this same kind of email strategy, calling, and they are noticing. It's noticing. It's making its way. So it is working. I'm gonna put the thing up. If you want to, if you feel like you need it, if you feel this is something you care about, have at it. I haven't done it yet. I probably would. I might. I might. But it's not like you just take a call. That's it. To Visa, MasterCard, JBC, the other one. They had them all up here, but these are the companies that they blackmailed. I say blackmailed, but there was nothing actually on the harming end for Visa, MasterCard, JBC, that's the one from Japan. So it was pretty much like a blackmail, but like there's nothing to lose for the person being blackmailed. Anyway, we're going to close that, and because I'm rapid firing here, move on to Kids Online Safety Act, and this is an American thing. Kids Online Safety and Privacy Act essentially seeks, oh gosh, and it got worse after I actually recorded the initial version of this video. This seeks to essentially add an extra layer of, I think, age verification. I am getting this confused with the YouTube thing, because the YouTube thing, I heard about that live as it was happening, and I was mad about it on vacation. Let's look here. I forgot what this one was about entirely, and I am winging this video, I'll admit. Essentially, this one seeks to... Fuck. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot. I did record an entire segment on it, though, like 20 to 40 minutes. I don't remember which one it was. But essentially, this is another layer of censorship, and I am gonna put up a little meme. It might be considered propaganda. You can propagandize memes, but it's really funny, and it's kind of representative of like where we're going as a country right now. And I don't want to get political, because of course that's divisive, and again, not going to get political. It's just very divisive. I consider politics to be something that is not great in terms of unification as a people, but we are headed in a direction of... Sorry, I had to cut the video real quick. Anyway, I was going to say this is another instance of censorship under the act of under the president of kids online, like kids safety. And I could go on about this. Because I don't think that kids online safety is something that should be outsourced to the government ever. I think if your kid is on the internet unfettered, like YouTube Kids exists for a reason, parental controls exist for a reason. If your kid is online unfettered and they see some crazy shit or some overexposing, like disgusting shit, that's on you. I don't think, like, it sucks that a kid has to go through that, but it shouldn't be a punishment for everybody else, because parents can't just take care of their kids. And I don't think everybody should have to submit ID. And I'm gonna get to this, and I'm kind of gonna, this is in part with the YouTube censorship thing, so I will just pull it up a little bit. Anyway, I don't think, okay. I don't think that the job of parenting should be outsourced to the internet, YouTube, to any other thing other than the parent. That is period. We should not have to make any changes because kids are on the internet unfettered. Kids shouldn't even be on the internet. But if they are, they should be on YouTube Kids, not on TikTok. I don't think it's a kids version of TikTok. They shouldn't be on, I don't know, like, now they actually are trying to restrict Wikipedia. That's weird. Probably because it's not like sanitized and filtered for kids. So things are being disappeared under the guise of like kids and like safety. And it's the same thing happening kind of in the UK. We'll get to that in a minute. But essentially, the YouTube thing now, and it's kind of in tandem, like they're kind of the same thing with the Kids Online Safety Act. The YouTube thing is, now we need to put biometric data, IDs, or well, I don't remember what the other fucking mode of verification was, but it's another thing that violates your privacy. So biometric data, which is a selfie or an ID, these are two, these are two identifying things that will be stored in YouTube's database to verify that you're an adult. Because if their AI finds out that you're a kid, they put restrictions, and then once those restrictions are on, you need to put your ID in to essentially verify you're an adult, and that's ridiculous. And this is in tandem with, well, not in tandem, but it is similar to UK's censorship currently. And essentially, this AI is probably going to dictate 90% of users as kids, or it'll dictate a high percent of them as kids. And this is because they want your data. And this data will be sold and stored. I don't doubt it'll be sold, and I think maybe 30 years from now, in 2050, we will probably see a big lawsuit against companies, hopefully, for storing and selling data, and not even our biometric or ID data, but our like algorithm data, advertising, whatever the hell, because they want to target us with advertisements. I swear, I'm gonna go on a whole rant about ads one day, probably soon, but oh boy, your targeted advertising sucks, because the amount of porn ads I see without actually watching porn is ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. Essentially, their AI is gonna basically scan what videos or searches you make or watch, and you will be dictated, I don't know what to say, like classified as a child by YouTube, and they'll apply restrictions such as not showing you explicit content, giving you like a reminder to take a rest, like your screen time reminder, and other things that, you know, parents should probably do for their kids, not YouTube should do for your kids. And essentially, where we're going from here is the way we can kind of undo this restriction that their AI can do, right? Because we're outsourcing this outsourced job of parenting to AI, so double outsourcing by YouTube, because we can't even have real people on the job. We just send everything to AI. We moderate with AI, we censor with AI. So anyway, if once this AI would dictate to your child, and it probably will be very biased to say yes, you're a child based on anything you watch, and I'm not, but I watch Minecraft videos. I watch, well, not tons of Minecraft videos, but like about the updates. I watch gaming videos, like it's in cartoons every once in a while. Like I don't know how their AI could dictate what is child and what is adult, unless it's like the bottom of the barrel slop content is child and everything else is adult. But because they did release a little other thing under about this, like later, to address concerns, and said things like Minecraft, anime, like memes, that type of stuff wouldn't be scrutinized as harshly and be called kid. But I don't trust it. You can't ever tell what an AI is going to do. Like, what do you call it? EX example, Mecha Hitler. Yeah, I don't think it was deliberately coded to do that. Yeah, Grok's Mecha Hitler. That was a great day. That was an awesome day. Finding out that fucking Grok was going on a rant about being Hitler. Amazing day. That was hilarious. But anyway, AI will never function properly, or not properly, but it's essentially another human. And it'll probably, you can never dictate exactly what it'll do. And I believe they actually will probably code it to scrutinize very harshly against things. And I am dragging a little bit on here, but I believe they are going to make it more likely to dictate you as a kid, so that you have to submit some kind of valuable data to them. And I don't think a lot of people are budging on this, but like to watch YouTube without these restrictions, which are very heavy, and you'd have to verify yourself. So I don't know, like, what the YouTube's, like, we're gonna have to, obviously, I think if people, like, if it really is, if what I'm saying is gonna happen, like, people will probably full stop, like, boycott. I don't know about boycott, like, that sounds very Reddit, but like, there's gonna be some bigger thing that happens that I don't think people are gonna put up with this. Nobody wants to submit their data to this greedy ass company. But anyway, moving on from that, we got the UK censorship, and oh boy, it's crazy. I watched a couple of videos about it earlier, and that's why I am just gonna wing it on this one. I just have it pulled up here as a tab to remind me. It's like a list. I'm not gonna read any of this shit. The UK is going hog wild on what is like okay and what's not. But basically, I think they created like a law or an act or some bullshit. Like, I don't know how the government works, but I don't know how Parliament there works, but the way the UK is functioning these days, and especially in the last 2 weeks, it's made me very, very, very happy to live in the free country of America. And, maybe we're not entirely free, but freer than the UK. And they have, the Kids Online Safety Act really does mirror UK's Online Safety Act, which I can't find an article or Wikipedia for, which is weird, but the UK, in the US's version, it's the Kids Online Safety Act, and it's focused more on kids, and the UK's one is just called Online Safety Act, and it is said, it's like, oh yeah, we're doing it for the kids, but it censors everybody, so, kind of weird. It's like, oh, we're doing this, and it's kind of the same thing, like, they're not even trying to hide it, really. They're like, oh, we're doing this for the kids, and then it censors fucking everybody from everything. And I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to ID verify and say, yeah, I'm an adult, and see all this, but the UK is essentially enacting very, very, very harsh, almost dictatorship, well, they are dictatorship laws, of your media can't have violence, and it can't have, like, bad words, or, like, sex. Like, basically, if you look up, like, the mature, full mature rating on video game, I probably won't get what I'm looking for here, but, like, basically, they're restricting, like, mature rated video games, like, pretty much, I can't find what I'm looking for here, but basically, like, I don't know about cursing, but violence, sex, like, the run-of-the-mill, like, if you think about, like, GTA pretty much has been hit with every restriction by the Karens. Like, there's some things on GTA's mature rating that it doesn't even have in them. Let's see if I can find it. And, well, like, when was the hard R in GTA? Like, maybe there's, like, one in, like, online? No, actually, no. Online's safer. I don't know. But, like, it's tagged in, like, a million things it doesn't have. Well, not a million, but it is tagged with a couple of things it doesn't have. Like, let's see. Like, I don't consider GTA to be a gory game, just because it has a little bit of blood spatter. Intense violence, yeah, sure. Nudity, yeah, I guess. Strong language, yeah. Strong sexual I don't know about strong I mean, there was that scene, but, like Trevor, I don't know about strong. You could just say sexual content. And I guess so. But anyway, basically everything on that list is banned. Like, mature 17 plus does not exist anymore in the UK, and I'm not sure if, like, adults are able to verify to get access to this, but that I know of, no media is actually, like, allowed to contain any of this. And oh boy, this is starting to sound very much like prominent dictatorships in history and in modern day. And that's not great. I was actually hearing that some SpongeBob episodes could be banned because this law, and I am going to go on a little bit of a conspiratorial rant here. I am a wild conspiracy theorist. Think what you want about that. But I believe they purposefully made this law very broad. It's violent and mature content. That, like, they did not say that specifically one thing is banned and one thing is banned and one thing is banned, and then maybe, like, nudity isn't. Like, right? Like, this is just hypothetical. Like, they didn't say that what individual things can't be in media. They quite literally just said, like, I think they said something to the effect of, like, violent and harmful content. So, insanely broad. Like, how far along is violent and harmful content? We don't know. Violent and harmful content could range from the teeth-pulling scene from GTA 5 down to Looney Tunes, like, characters falling off a cliff or hitting each other with hammers. So, I believe they intentionally made this law that broad so that they could essentially manipulate whatever media they want without any, like, real law barrier. And I believe it is censorship and lawfare to enact control over the people there. And they never claimed to be a free country. At least I don't think they did. And that's what makes me happy to live in a great America. And this Kids Online Safety Act does seem like this is my conspiratorial rant. This is where it's going to begin. And it's the fact that all these things I've shown so far, and I did get to this actually, sort of, all these things that I've shown so far and talked about, like, this all happened, like, really quickly, like, dangerously quickly, like, 2 weeks quick. And I do believe that this Kids Online Safety Act and the UK Online Safety Act, I believe these are a international effort to censor and control the people. And I can go on an insane conspiratorial rant. I'd probably be shot in the head twice and be called a suicide. And I'm not suicidal, so I'm not going to continue with my rant. But I will just say, it seems rather odd that all this censorship, so much censorship, I'm probably missing like half of it, happened within like 2 or 3 weeks, really quickly. And anyway, on the topic of GTA 5, I did segue to that pretty smoothly, actually. I didn't realize I was even doing it. Apparently, GTA Online is having some, like, I guess they're following suit with this entire censorship wave. And, I'm almost out of time here, but I do just want to say, apparently Redditors, and, you know, Reddit's not a source to be trusted, and we all know that, but Redditors have been, I guess, digging up source code. Can't find it, of course, but it's of an age verification system for GTA Online. And I'm guessing that's so that they can stay up in the UK, like they can stay in business, because they are actually based in the UK, which I didn't know until today. But they probably do get a decent chunk of money from the UK and the EU. I mean, they do. And they wouldn't want their own, like, income bottlenecked by being banned in the UK. So, and also, this is another reason the UK government left this, like, very broad. It's because they can turn the light out on GTA 5 at any time and move the goalpost at any time. On GTA 5, GTA 6, they can move the goalpost and turn out the light at any point. They can say, well, your age verification is enough, we're just going to ban you. Or they can say, yeah, you know, the age verification's fine. Or they can say, we don't need age verification. Of course, it's probably going to be the latter two. Either age verification is enough, you're good, you can stay on the store and playable in the UK as long as people verify their age, or they'll get outright banned regardless. And that's why there's an intentional vagueness so that they are allowed to have more range to do what they want and able to move the goalpost and essentially just do whatever the fuck they want. And again, it makes me grateful to live in the USA. But I think that is going to be it. I did just want to rapid fire this. I am running out of time, and the last video was going to be like an hour, and it was only 2 tabs. So I think the way I did it this time was very good. And I guess now with this GTA Online censorship, people are thinking that that GTA 6 will also be censored. So I've seen the cracks though in Rockstar, and they have been censoring things lately. They haven't been South Parking it very much, so it's really just a time will tell situation unless somebody leaks something. But I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'm very happy to be able to get this out. I didn't think I could even keep it under like 30 minutes, but I'm at 24 minutes. And that's good. That is going to be about it. Thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot. Goodbye.